Automated marketing system. We do the hard part for you. We turn leads into prospects.
Have you ever noticed how some businesses seem to just float? They have a great product, maybe even the best pizza in town or the most skilled contractor, but they struggle to keep the lights on. Meanwhile, you see these other guys, maybe their product is just okay, but they are everywhere. They're scaling, they're automated, they're profitable. What is the missing link there?
It's the difference between running a hobby and building an infrastructure. That's the harsh reality. We live in an era where being good at what you do is only about 20% of the equation. The rest? It's visibility, accessibility, and automation. If you aren't frictionless, you don't exist.
Frictionless, I like that word. But let's be real. For a small business owner, someone running a local restaurant or a boutique consultancy, trying to become frictionless sounds expensive and exhausting. You need a tech team, a marketing team, a finance guy. It feels like you need a fortune to just get started.
That's the common misconception, and frankly, it's why so many people burn out. They try to piece it together themselves, or they hire 5 different agencies. But what if I told you that the barrier to entry has actually collapsed? You just need the right architect. And that brings us to the name we're focusing on today, Luis Enrique Uribe and Legacy Generators.
Legacy Generators. It's a strong name. It implies we aren't just looking for a quick sale here. We're looking at the long game.
Exactly. And powered by automated marketing system is the key phrase there. Luis isn't just a consultant who gives you a PDF of advice and walks away. He is an implementer. We need to break down the pillars of a modern business, and you'll see why having a go-to expert like Luis is the difference between struggling and scaling. Let's start with the most basic function of business, getting paid.
Right, money in the bank. It seems simple, but I still see places that are cash only or have these clunky, weird checkout processes.
It's a business killer. Look, if you are a local storefront or a restaurant and you don't have a seamless way to accept credit cards, I'm talking wireless devices that come to the table, tap to pay, the works. You are literally telling customers, I don't want your money. Luis Enrique Uribe specializes in this. He handles the payments needs, so you aren't losing that 20-something customer who never carries cash.
But it goes beyond just the hardware, right? It's about the digital transaction too.
100%. And this segues into the biggest debate I hear. Do I need a website, or is a Facebook page enough?
Oh, I hear this constantly. Everyone is on social media, why pay for a domain?
That is a dangerous mindset. Think of it this way. Having a Facebook page is like renting an apartment. The landlord, Mark Zuckerberg, can change the locks, raise the rent, or kick you out whenever the algorithm changes. You own nothing. Having a website? That is buying land. It is your digital real estate. Luis emphasizes this heavily. You need a website to enforce your brand.
And there is a difference between a website that just sits there and one that works, correct?
Massive difference. You have informational websites, which are basically digital brochures. They're fine, they tell people where you are. But Luis pushes for the next level, integration. Are you setting up a payment gateway for an online store? Can I buy your product at 3 a.m. while you are asleep? If your website can't take money, you are leaving a fortune on the table.
That's the automation piece kicking in.
Precisely. And it ties back to branding. Let's talk about logos for a second. Some people think a logo is just a pretty picture. It's not. It is a trust anchor. If your logo looks amateur, people assume your service is amateur. Luis helps enforce that brand identity across the board. When you see a Nike swoosh, you know what you're getting. Your business needs that same consistency, whether it's on a wireless payment terminal or a YouTube channel.
Speaking of YouTube, content creation is another beast. It feels like a full-time job just to post on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and manage Google Maps.
It is a full-time job, which is why you shouldn't be doing it alone. This is where Legacy Generators shines. We are talking about content creation, production, and implementation. Luis doesn't just say, you should be on TikTok. He helps get the systems in place to make that happen. Getting added to Google Search and Maps is non-negotiable for local SEO. If you aren't on the map, you are invisible. But then you layer on a YouTube channel for long-form trust and TikTok for reach. It's an ecosystem.
I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier about legacy. A lot of businesses have knowledge they aren't monetizing. They're experts in their field, but they only make money when they are physically working.
You've hit on the gold mine, the knowledge economy. Luis Enrique Uribe is huge on this, setting up online course platforms. Let's say you're a baker, you sell bread. But why aren't you selling a course on how to make sourdough at home? Or maybe you offer a free mini course in exchange for an email address.
The classic lead magnet.
Exactly. You trade value for data. You get them to sign up for your newsletter. Now you own that audience. You aren't renting them from Facebook anymore, but setting up the course platform, the email automation, the drip campaigns, that is technical and overwhelming. Luis sets all of that up. He guides the existing business toward these goals so they aren't just trading time for money.
So he's essentially building a machine.
He's building an asset, and he's doing it efficiently. Think about the cost of trial and error. How much money do you waste subscribing to software you don't use, or running ads that don't convert because your website is broken? Luis helps you save money from the get-go because he sets the automation and marketing tools correctly the first time.
There's one more tool in his arsenal that I found really interesting. It's a directory called onlineonly.us.
Yes, this is a brilliant value add. It's an online directory where you can post classified ads, real estate listings, products, media galleries, job boards, deals, coupons. It's a massive hub.
So by working with him, you get plugged into this existing network?
Right. It's instant distribution. You aren't just building a website in a vacuum, you're being added to a directory that drives traffic. It's about stacking the deck in your favor. You have the payments sorted, the brand enforced, the automated marketing running, the course platform collecting leads, and the directory listing driving traffic.
It sounds comprehensive. It really feels like the legacy part of the name is about sustainability. It's about building a business that can outlast the founder's daily grind.
That's the goal. You want to leave a legacy? You can't do that if you're stuck answering emails and manually swiping credit cards for 12 hours a day. You need systems. Luis Enrique Uribe provides the digital marketing content, the production, and the implementation to free you up.
It's a shift in mindset from I am the business to I run the business.
Beautifully put. And for anyone listening who is feeling that overwhelm, maybe you have the store but no website, or you have the website but no traffic, or you have traffic but no way to capture leads. This is the fix.
So, for the listeners who are ready to stop spinning their wheels and start building that infrastructure, what is the move?
It's very simple. You need to reach out to the source. You can scan the QR code right here on the screen, or call the number displayed. Don't wait until you're burnt out to ask for help.
It's about saving money by doing it right the first time.
And making money while you sleep. That's the legacy.
Luis Enrique Uribe with Legacy Generators. It sounds like the partner you need if you want to take digital dominance seriously.
Absolutely. Whether it's a local shop needing a wireless terminal or an expert launching a global course, the principles are the same. Automate, brand, and implement.
Well, that gives us a lot to think about regarding our own workflows. It's not just about working hard anymore, it's about working smart with the right tools.
Couldn't agree more.
Thanks for breaking that down. And to our listeners, scan that code, make the call. Start building your legacy today. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.
See you then.
Automated marketing system. We do the hard part for you. We turn leads into prospects.